back with another DJ BrewTube beer review. It is time to review yet another beer from the big box of hops sent to me by my good buddy Dave at 1021 Brewing. First of all, before I even get started talking about this beer from Two Roads Brewing Company out of Stratford, Connecticut, US of A, yay, I gotta give a big thanks to my buddy Dave because this is my very first just straight up Two Roads beer that I'm having. I've had beers brewed at Two Roads because I've drank plenty of Evil Twin beer, but I haven't had a straight up Two Roads Brewing beer. So, like I said, thanks my brother. So what beer do we have from Two Roads? We have their Road to Ruin DIPA. As the name suggests, this is a DIPA. It's a rotating serving. It clocks in at 8% ABV and 65 IBUs. This beer is all about the hops because they say they've set up a lean and mean malt body to give it plenty of bite. Oh, so what about the hops? They're using Summit, Palisade, Cascade, and Magnum to be up in your grill. That sounds like a really sort of West Coastish kind of blend to me. That's okay. I'm down with that. They don't all have to be New England juice bombs just because they're from New England. So, you know what? Let's stop flapping my gums. Let's pop the top on this bad boy and tell you what's up with the Two Roads Brewing Company Road to Ruin DIPA. Ooh, let's see. Tight. Nice hits off the top. Tons of cannon smoke blasting off the top of this. And, of course, we have the obsessively collectible Two Roads Crown. I don't have any of those yet. That's one of the few beers I review that I don't have one of. Yes. Looks nice and malty. It's from New England, but it's not a gigantic haze bomb. You know what? I'm used to, if a DIPA or an IPA is from New England, you can't see anything except ruddy water coming out of the glass, sort of. It looks like we have little bubbles clinging. Just give it a drop. But it is hazy. It's not. It doesn't look like it's filtered. Not all the way clear. I can see the shadow of my hand on the other side, but not my hand itself. Let's see, itself, I have a solid one-finger head of khaki off-white bubbles. When I swirl it, the head builds up nicely more. I think we're going to get some glass lacing on this, and we've got tons and tons of alcohol lace. But look at that. Nice, rich, golden amber with lots of orange hints sort of looking DIPA. That looks yummy. It's nice and hazy like I like it. But you know what? It's got to smell good, too. So let's dive in for the aroma. Man, big citrus, peach notes, dankness, pine. Smells very West Coasty. It's citric, but it's not like super juicy citric. A lot of stone fruit aroma in there. Mango, peach, and there's tons of herbaceous and dankness, and there's herby, sort of grassy kind of notes you get from hops. Decent bit of dankness as well, piney dankness. Smells really super tasty. You know what? Not a hint of alcohol, not aroma either. Time to dive in. Thanks a million, Dave. You rock, my brother. Cheers! Look at that. Nice glass lacing. Yep. Very West Coasty in flavor. Right up at the front, you get a blast of really peachy sort of notes coming from the hops. That's what I get anyway. After that, I'm getting pine, dankness, and a bit of bitterness, at the back, corners of my tongue, like a biting sort of hop bitterness. Not bad, just this is a West Coast style tasting to me anyway. It's a nice break actually from all the juice bombs I've been drinking recently. It's kind of funny when you drink certain styles where in certain regions they mirror one another because brewers maybe they get groupthink or something like that, and the beers start to taste the same. Johnny G at Crafty Beer Reviews, if you've not checked out his channel, check out his channel. He and I were talking one day, and he was telling me that he had a whole bunch of New England style juice bomb type IPAs next to each other, and they all tasted pretty much very similar or the same with just some minor differences. So it's nice to take a break and hit one of these 8%er sort of West Coast styles. We got a little bit more bitter bite, a little bit more of that early 2000s, late 90s sort of old school kind of, if you want to call it that, kind of hoppiness. Super easy to drink, really well hidden alcohol, but it's in the style of that West Coast. It's got a kind of a building bitterness to it. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but really tasty beer. When they say it's got plenty of bite, that's true. That hop does have a bitter bite on the back edges of my tongue. It's sitting there. Anyway, so what do we grade a beer like this? Well, at time of recording, excuse me, I did not write down any of the grades. So you're going to have to look down at the notes, because when I wrote my notes down about this beer, I was too lazy to write anything about grades. So, you know what? It's going to be the mystery. It's going to be what DJ grades at this time. But I will put the grades down in the notes section for you. I think, let me take a taste of this and see what I got. I think I'm going to go 93 on this. Solid A- beer. I'm more into the juicy New England style these days. Not a bad beer at all. Super tasty. I think maybe a couple years ago, this would have been an A-level beer. You know, that kind of thing. But still, really tasty. You know, 93, that's no slouch of a great. I would drink this again. I'd buy it again. Or trade for it again, probably, if Dave would send it to me. Or if Two Roads comes down to Maryland, I would buy this again on the shelf and try it again. It's one of those beers. But to say that I would definitely repeat, probably not, because I got so many beers in my life these days, it's hard to repeat, which is a sad thing sometimes, too. So, anyways, we're not going to end on a sad note. We're going to end on a happy note. One was a really gigantic thanks for Dave for sending me another tasty hop bomb here. And also, asking you if you have had this beer, Two Roads Ruin DIPA. What do you think of it? I didn't give you any grades this time from Rate Beer, Beer Advocate, or Tap, but whatever. You know what? They'll be in the notes. You let me know what you know, because I like the quid pro quo and the back and forth. I also really like it when you think locally, drink locally, and support the craft beer movement. Dave and I, via Beer Trades, are definitely getting our job done. Are you doing your part? Drinking from your local brewers. Also, is really cool when you rate, comment, subscribe, and smash that like button, because that, along with only need one bottle of Two Roads Brewing Company Road to Ruin DIPA to put my happy face on. So, the next DJ BrewTube, I got nothing but a bunch of beer drinking love for you. A big ass thanks again for Dave. And you know what's coming? That's right. Hell yes. A big, oh, you're wondering what it is. Oh, you probably know already. Peace out!